Yo, we just people from the north side. Once the Timmy's hit the shore fine. Winter ready on the four ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on your own time. Color people every port side. We just people from the north side.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host, your boy George McKay, sitting down with the legend that is BDE. Brendan does everything.
Legend is great, man. Thank you for that. That was awesome.
Well, how else can I describe someone who I watched in my early days of podcasting to try to get some, a hint of, should you say, inspiration? Mm-hmm. And to see your transition into the squared circle, which is something I would love to do. But as we stated earlier, I'm much older than you, decades older than you. So for me, being the commentator, being able to narrate these stories that you guys tell in the ring was something that I gravitated to. Plus, I have a pretty bassy voice. I want to say it's almost like an Isaac Hayes quality, if you will.
You got a nice commentary voice, man. I will say so myself. Thank you for having me, by the way.
Oh, no problem. It's, like I said, it's an honor. So I actually have to ask about the transition. You were covering wrestling for so long. You've just been a fan, and you have to go by your moniker. Brendan does everything. You can't just talk about it. You have to do it. Mm-hmm. So what was the deciding factor that you were like, hey, listen, you know what? I have to step in the squared circle. I have to get inside.
You know what it was, actually? I started training in like 2019, and then the pandemic hit. So then I decided to take a step back and focus on the YouTube side of things, and I really wanted to get my channel where it was. But once we got to that point, I actually went out to see Chris Danger's first match at DPW, and I saw him wrestle, and we had been friends for so long. And I was like, if he can do it, I feel like I can do it too. So he basically inspired me to go back to training and get back into it. I'm very happy I made that decision.
That's incredible. That's incredible. And you've had some electric matches.
Thank you.
I've watched the journey from everything. And I'm a huge TNA fan. Mm-hmm. So when you came out for the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match, I'm not going to lie, I wish I would have recorded a reaction video. I jumped off the table. I'm like, he fucking really does everything.
I try my best, man.
He really does. So what was that like? I mean, you're in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. There's a very good chance that you could go all the way to the end, and you might actually be able to call your shot and go at a TNA champion. What was that? What was that like?
That experience was insane, man, because I was nervous all day going into it because I just wanted to make sure everything looked crispy. I wanted to make sure I went out there and performed at my best. And as soon as I stepped out and just saw the amount of people there, it's like for whatever reason, all the nerves just kind of went away. It felt natural, it felt right, and being able to get in there and toss it up with AJ, Nick Nemeth, and a little bit of the Rascals too, that was dream come true. Honestly, that was the biggest crowd I've ever been in front of.
It was an electric night, and like I said, it was incredible. And you know what? There's going to be more opportunities for you. Now, I mean, obviously the goal is, because when you started this, you started, talking about or covering the biggest promotion in the world being WWE. Mm-hmm. And then we transitioned a little bit over there, which is great. You kind of dipped your toe into everything, which is what I like, because I feel like a lot of wrestling podcasters or even content creators, they stay focused on that one goal. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the whole sport of pro wrestling should be shined and should be highlighted. So the fact that you got to step into a TNA ring, is TNA someplace that you hope to maybe get that opportunity on a more regular basis, or is WWE always or has always been the goal for you?
I mean, truthfully, just speaking candidly, WWE has always been the goal. When I first started watching wrestling, I got discovered into like WWE and what was going on in like around the early 2000s. But after being at TNA, I really would like to be there on a regular basis. I love the locker room. I love the people there. And I love the crowd too. Like the crowd, like I wasn't expecting that many people to know who I was. Like, I know that sounds weird, but online doesn't always translate to in person. So seeing the amount of supporters there in the TNA crowd means a lot to me. So I would love to go back on a regular basis.
And you know what? Speaking of crowds, wrestling fans are the most passionate people in the world. It's the one sports fan base that they can love you and hate you all within the span of 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. I could literally get up, watch the match, be electric, go to the bathroom, come back, and then the match is still happening. And then you do something shady, and I'm like, fucking like this guy. Now I want to kill him. Now I want to wring his neck.
Yeah.
And the fact that you've been in, I mean, from what I've heard about Revolver crowds and what I've seen, Revolver crowds are hot. Mm-hmm. They make you earn every ounce of it, whether it's love or it's hate.
That's very true.
Being a content creator and then going into being a performer in the ring, was the hate that you got in the early days real? Was it like, another super duper hardcore mark, to use the term? Mm. Now he's going to step in the ring and think he can go with the big boys?
You surprisingly, I did see some of that, but a lot of it was more so like they were like, oh, a YouTuber stepping in, but then I would see a lot of people defending me as well. They'd be like, well, Brandon's been watching the content for years. Like, it's not like Logan Paul coming in who knows about wrestling and then is trying it. Everyone was more so supportive of the fact that I had been watching, you know, wrestling for years and years, and then I wanted to dip my toe in it. But what I will say about like the Revolver crowd, you got to warm up to it. That was definitely true, because I remember like my first 2 matches, like the crowd didn't really know how to respond to me, which is fair because they hadn't seen me do anything yet. But I think after a little bit, they started warming up to me, which is really cool. It means the world.
Yeah, it is. And you're right. You know, as much as like I'm not the biggest fan of Logan Paul, the online personality, but as a wrestling fan, I can't even hate.
Yeah, dude,
like,
he's amazing.
The guy is crisp. I mean, say what you want to say. Yeah, okay, he had the promo on his hand, what have you. He wouldn't be the first wrestler to discover with the promo points written on his hand, and he won't be the last. The Rock had them written on the inside of his arm years ago. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But he took to wrestling like a fish to water, and I feel the same for you.
Thank you.
I feel like from the first match I saw of yours, you got it. You got the science, you got the chemistry, you got the storytelling ability, and it really is an artistic dance. It's 2 people telling this incredible story with absolutely no words other than "stay down, shut up, your mama," smack to the face.
Yep.
So when you have to essentially go from being a person where your words are everything, and then go to a form of entertainment where the time for talking, once you step in that ring, there's time for talking is over. It's about handling business. The artistic side, the creative side of that, was that something that you gravitated to quickly, like the move sets, like the knowledge of being in the ring worked, or was it something that you gradually had to build over time? Like telling that story in the ring, was that an easy thing for you to grasp?
Like a little bit of both, honestly, because it's, you know, going from YouTube to wrestling in real life is hard, you know, like it's not the same. But a good thing about it is that since I've been watching for a long time and playing the games for so long, I feel like telling those storytelling elements was a little easier just because like I had seen it over the years, over and over and over again. And before I started wrestling and even doing YouTube, I was an actor. So telling those storytelling moments, to me, is some of my favorite parts about wrestling in general. It's like I feel like I finally get to do acting, but I'm wrestling. You know, if that makes any sense.
It absolutely does. And the fact that you get to, like, wrestling is the one form. God, I love pro wrestling. It's one of the purest forms where you can really pull the emotion out of a person. Like I've seen people tear up when CM Punk returned to AEW, which, you know, we shall not mention the AEW run because it was a rough go. But when he returned to pro wrestling in general, like that image of that one guy just crying, people are like, look at this guy crying. What are you talking about? That's what wrestling's about. Sasha Banks versus Bailey, Brooklyn Takeover. I still weep.
Yeah, bro.
It still gets me. Shawn Michaels, the boyhood dream came true. Come on, how could you not cry?
Kofi Mania, him finally winning the WWE title, I cried. Like,
Big E.
That's what makes wrestling beautiful, man.
Yes.
Like being able to pull the emotion out of you. That is like literally the whole point. That's the whole point.
I love that. This conversation is electric. I'm having so much fun doing it. Again, guys, BDE is here. It's incredible. 2 more questions. I'm gonna let you go enjoy the, preparation for this match. But you were once a student. Now you're in the ring, a full-time performer. You're at a show where you're doing a show with. I was doing a lot of promotion for the show, so my tagline was present versus future. So you guys, Wrestling Revolver is the here, the now, and these students are coming up in the game. Being at a show like this, how important is it to have not to say you're a veteran because you're still learning yourself, but to have someone who's a little bit more seasoned than a lot of these students getting these opportunities? What do you feel like? I feel like a show like this deserves to be a regular basis. Would you not agree with something like that?
I would agree, because I feel like putting 2 different skill sets together, 2 different kinds of experiences together helps both people grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, this will be my 18th match, I believe, and I've already learned so much from the other matches, and I feel like I'm going to learn a lot in this match as well. So I would love to see more of this continue.
Amazing. I'm so looking forward to calling my first BDE match. I hope there's more, but this has been this has been a day of just pure excitement. Now I have to ask this. I know you've come to Canada a few times. You've been around. Let's put the debate to bed, okay?
Okay.
America has Starbucks. Starbucks is great. Canada has Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is legendary. Yes, it's legendary.
It is.
Gun to your head right now, Tim Hortons, Starbucks.
It's Tim Hortons. I mean, it's really not
And it's not because you're on a Canadian podcast.
No, it's really not. Like, let me tell you, Tim Hortons in America is good. Like, I like it. It's fine. But the first time I came here was in Toronto, right? And the only thing around my hotel was Tim Hortons. And I tried it for the first time. I had a chai. It was banging, the best chai I ever had. Beats anything Starbucks got. Food was amazing too. It's Tim Hortons. The answer is Tim Hortons. And it's not close.
And you also know that even though, Dunkin' Donuts has the donut holes, Timbits was first.
That is true. That is true.
First,
and I will say Timbits are better. Timbits are better.
What's your go-to Timbit?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so basic. I just like a glazed donut. I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's nothing wrong with the glazed donut. For me, it's the double. It's the chocolate glaze.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
it is good. It is good.
And you can have a 20-pack, and before you know it, they're all gone.
Do they still have the blueberry one?
Oh, they do.
Oh my god, the blueberry too. Actually, forget the glaze. It's blueberry.
Yeah, it's blueberry all the way.
Oh yeah,
I love that. And what about like what does BDE do for breakfast?
I keep it real simple. I like to do eggs, maybe like 4 or 5 eggs, some toast with some peanut butter on it, and a little bit of bananas. And I keep it very simple every day. It's honestly always that. If it's not the toast, I replace it with oatmeal.
Well, I like to mix things up. As you can see, I have a figure. I like to mix things up. So for me, it's I'm not gonna lie, it's Lucky Charms marshmallows only. Cinnamon
As
Toast
it should
Crunch,
be.
Absolutely. Cinnamon Toast Crunch and a layer of Reese's peanut
I
butter cups
love
on
this
the top.
breakfast, man. I might have this for breakfast tomorrow.
So it has to be done in the right way. Third of the bowl.
Okay.
Lucky Charms.
Okay.
Marshmallows only.
Marshmallows
Very
only.
critical.
Okay.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the middle. Then you layer it with the peanut butter puffs.
Yeah.
Give it a try. If you don't like it, that's fine. Yes, it is diabetes in a bowl, but it's worth it, ladies and gentlemen. You only live once.
I was just about to say that, man. You only live once.
YOLO. You only live once.
Come on.
My final question, I think this is an important question because this will be the only time you and I sit down because, like I said, I'm winding down in December, but it's been an honor to have you on the show. I want to say that now. If this all ends tomorrow for you and you can't perform inside the ring, what is the one thing that you'll take with you in your pro wrestling journey?
Wow. Oh, that's
Is that
tough.
That's a fire question.
That's good.
Yes.
And I haven't had many matches, but it's either between the match at Turning Point with AJ or the match I had with Myron Reed for the world title. That one meant a lot because that was my 5th match, like ever, like just period, 5th match ever, and it was for the world title. I gave Myron his longest match. I feel like I pushed him to his limit, and I'm really proud of both of those. But I got to say the one with Myron, I believe.
And I was hoping you were going to say the one with Myron because the young GOAT is fire. I've had him on the show a few times. He's a genuine, amazing soul, and his kids are freaking adorable.
Yes, they are. Oh my god.
His wife is beautiful. Like Myron Reed just has it going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I also do know a little bit of Myron Reed history and lore. I don't know if you know this, but Trey Miguel, when he was on my show, I asked him about Myron Reed before Myron became a regular fixture on TNA. I said, when are we going to see, the young GOAT on TNA on a regular basis? He said, well, we're going to see Dookie soon. And I'm like, Dookie? And he's like, yeah, okay, so here's the story. Myron was goofing on someone and said that we should all just call him Dookie.
Uh-huh.
And we decided to flip it, and now Myron's name is Dookie.
I did not know this.
So amongst the Rascal crew, the Treehouse, Myron Reed's nickname is Dookie.
I'm putting that in the back pocket. Next time I see him, I'm calling him Dookie.
And you know what? If you want to fact check it with, Trey, absolutely fact check
Easy.
it. But you can even go back through the Straight Card archives because he says it in the interview.
That's
with me. So,
Dookie.
Yeah, Dookie. So shout out to Dookie. And that match was electric. That's actually the first match that I discovered you.
Oh, really?
So I went back and I watched the other 4 before, and I was like, I see something special. This is no joke. This is what I love to see, and you got a fan of me for life, man.
Thank you, man.
As long as it goes, and I'm not just kissing your butt because you're on the show. You didn't have to come on the show. You were gracious enough too. But yeah, man, you're electric, and I got a couple friends he's bringing his sons tonight, and the only thing they asked of Uncle George is if I can hook him up with a BDE photo.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna make that happen a little later. But BDE, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
being
man.
a guest on
Thank
Straight Talk
you.
Wrestling, guys. That's it for this one. Winding down or gearing up to gear down Straight Talk Wrestling with the incomparable BDE. That's right, Brendan does everything.
Oh, yes.
Peace, love, and wrestling. We'll see you guys next time.
Doses.
Peace.
Yo, we just people from the north side. Want some Timmy's at the shore fine. Winter ready on the full ties. Heavy traffic during 4-5. Gotta hustle on the own time. Color people every port side. We just people from the north side.